That'd be absolutely devastating.
Oh!
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Talk, Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk, January the 22nd. Hope everybody's having a good night. Looks like maybe the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to get hit. At least seems that. I know it's going to get cold at the very least. It's going to be cold enough you ain't going to want to go out anyway. Marcus, I think about all the wrestling shows for Indiana's looks like got canceled for the most part, haven't they?
I haven't seen Wrestling Theology yet, but the rest of them have.
Yeah, I saw Warrior Pro. You know, David Ron, our guys, they canceled Sunday. So,
Yep.
But they go.
The schools are off tomorrow, so.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be a rough one. So hope everybody stays warm, stay safe, guys. Let's jump into some pro wrestling talk. Let's get right into it. Glenn, I'll let you go last if you have anything to say. I don't know if you got to see the episode. We're going to talk a little TNA on AMC. Last Thursday was their first show.
I did see a little bit. But you go ahead, Johnny.
Some people think it should be their last. I know it was a very rough show. I tell you, I was watching the show, guys, and it got off to a pretty good start. You know, you got AJ Styles. Hey, you can't do much better than that to start off the show. So I thought that was good. About the first match, the Hardys match, I thought it was a solid match. I thought it was fine. And then from there, it went to hell. The production was terrible. Just everything. All the commercials and you don't have matches, and then you finally get a women's match in there, and you start the match. You see the first minute, you go to commercial, gone for 5 minutes, come back and see the last minute of the women's match. So who was producing this and putting it together? Main event was fine. It was a little flat, but just wasn't a very good show. I did hear that they had 173,000 people watch. It's about double than what watched on the other network, but there's a lot more people part of this network, watch this network. So I don't know if it's a good showing or a bad showing. I don't know if wrestling's a good fit for AMC. So it may be a thing is where you got to build, but that first show is not something that is going to bring people back. So they got to fix things, and they got to fix things quick and hope it's not too late. Marcus, I know we talked off here.
Terrible.
It was.
It was rough going through that. I almost just shut it down and said, hell, I'm not even reviewing this shit because I couldn't hardly get through it. It was very bad. Having AJ start, I thought, oh, this is going to be really good. But I thought it started going downhill right then.
Okay.
I didn't care for the 6-man tag team. I'll say it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. If you're going to be a champion, act like a champion. Wear them belts with pride. Quit wearing them around your damn neck. Put them around your waist. Hell, they even had a belt hanging from his ass because the other one was – it's like that's bullshit. If you're going to be a champion, present yourself as a champion. But no, I thought it was terrible. The commercials were ridiculous. I mean, you're right, 5-minute commercials, and couldn't fast forward through those. Their main event was I was really invested in the main event, but then they took 5 minutes out of the middle of that.
Yeah, they did.
Like, what the hell? It's like you just – and it's live. It's not like, you know, they recorded it and you're coming back. A lot can happen in 5 minutes, and then we have no idea what that was.
You tried to add some picture-in-picture to it or something. They got to make some changes. The other thing, a big pet peeve with me, they had 3,000 people there. And of course, they had the camera side, nobody on the camera side. Well, let's bring all your stars from AMC and set them where there's nobody in the seats and do your interviews. So all people see is empty seats. What the hell? Why would anybody do that?
And the stars, they focus more on the people sitting in the audience than they did their wrestling show. Who gives a shit about those guys sitting at ringside? Okay, so they're here, but why are you dwelling on that?
Well, it's because it's AMC.
Their first shot out of the gate, it was pathetic.
Yes.
So
it was the worst wrestling show I've ever watched on TV.
Well, I don't know about that, but for being a debut, and I read the synopsis first, and I thought, oh, they're all bitching about this. So I have to agree with them this time. It was bad.
It was. Glenn, you got any thoughts?
It was vague. What I did watch, it was kind of like trying to watch an episode of AEW, and
Oh, shit.
yeah. I do hope TNA does better though, because I did get some new mobility out from that show from last week. So I hope the TNA Impact does better on TV than what it has, because obviously I compared that first episode to the Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view. You know,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Maybe
had
not that,
hopes.
but very close.
Hobo Jones.
Yes.
I had high hopes. I mean, because I watched TNA on the Access channel, and them shows were 10 times better than this. So how do you get worse? I didn't understand. I guess maybe AMC's helping with the production. Maybe they don't understand the wrestling show. I don't know what all the logistics were, but whatever the problem was, hopefully they get it fixed, and they get it fixed fast.
Yeah. The last episode of Nitro was better than that. So,
Yeah, that is fact. The finger poking doom episode was better than that.
yeah, and that was kind of compelling.
Yeah, and that was bad. That was rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Goldberg
WCW shit was better than that.
yeah,
Yep.
because he had Goldberg
yeah.
getting arrested that night and come back in the sedan, run through the back, then get the figure poke of doom happens, so
Yeah. Hey guys, let's talk a little bit of SmackDown.
Let's
Want to go over
anything else. Let's talk anything else.
okay. Go over the 4 matches to get the number one to get set up for the number 1 contenders match. It's going to be on Saturday night's main event. The first matchup was Randy Orton versus The Miz. Of course, Randy Orton won that match. No big surprise. Then we had Trick Williams against Matt Cardona. I know we talked last week, and I think we were split on maybe who would win this match. Trick Williams did win the match. It was a pretty good match, but Trick Williams did go over. Then we had Damian Priest beat Solo Sikoa. I was a little surprised. I thought Solo might
That's surprising.
So that was a solid match. And then Sami Zayn beat Dragunov, and he moves on. So our 4 guys moving on into that number 1 contenders match for Saturday night's main event. We'll talk about that match here in a little bit. Also on the show, guys, the other thing I wanted to talk about was Carmelo Hayes versus Leon Slater. I thought it was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought Slater did a great job in his first time being on SmackDown. He is signed with TNA. Hey, let's get him on TNA's TV. They need him. Maybe they needed him more on there than we needed him on SmackDown. But I thought it was a good showing for Carmelo. I think he's doing a good job as the new U.S. champion. Marcus, your thoughts?
Oh, I thought it was a pretty good match. Again, I'm going to have to say it. Leon, wear your belt around your waist.
Yeah, he does that.
Too. I thought it was very good, very fast-paced. The hand chops, when he was chopping, they hurt their hands. I mean, they were really letting them in.
Yes, they were.
I love
Hey, Billy Bones.
Slater's aerial moves. And then I had to laugh because here we got our commercial. And during that commercial, they advertised Arby's, Sonic, Jimmy John's, and Pizza Hut. As I started writing them down, it's like, okay, can we go back and stop looking at all this food? But yeah, I loved it. Springboard, Spanish flies, a lot of acrobatic moves. I knew when Carmelo Hayes hurt his leg and was on the outside, you knew Leon was going over that top turnbuckle, over the top post. You knew it was coming. I love to watch that guy do that. He's one of the best aerial guys I've seen. So it was an awesome match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. It's what I expected it to be, and to go back on some of the other SmackDown results of Matt Cardona and Trick Williams. Man, I was a little bit surprised that Matt Cardona lost that match. Figured they would try to build him up a little bit more, but they may still do the underdog thing with him at some point this year. So no surprise there, but the match is great.
Yeah, it was good, and I think you'll see Cardona and Williams go at it again, maybe a little feud, because I don't think Williams is gonna. They're kind of vaulting him up towards the main event picture, but I don't think he's going to be up there right away. I think they kind of teasing a little bit, but I think he's going to come back down to the mid card. So we may see that match again.
I tell you what,
next-
man, it was weird hearing the crowd chanting "whoop that trick" and that Ireland accent.
Yeah, and that's one thing, man. I have to give WWE credit and give Trick Williams credit. He's came in, and the fans know who he is, and they're behind him
Oh yeah,
from
absolutely.
the start. From the start, so that's a good sign. That's something Carmelo didn't have. Carmelo was not over from the start.
He came in
but-
when they was in Orlando, and it was crickets.
Yep. Oh yeah, and but Trick Williams is a bigger personality. I don't think he's as good as in the ring as Carmelo, but he's
yeah.
a big personality. Next up, guys, we got Cody Rhodes declared for the Royal Rumble. I think no surprise there. So I mean, I think that all of us expected he would declare since he lost the belt. So that'd be interesting to follow. Let's go on next to Monday Night Raw. Some couple interesting things. The biggest thing, well, two things stood out to me. First is Gunther challenges AJ Styles to put his career on the line at the Royal Rumble, and AJ accepted. There are rumors out there now that his contract runs out in February. So I don't know, guys. I do you think that they're going to have him lose already and his career is going to be over? I don't know. What do you think, Marcus?
Is it February 1st or the end of February?
Well, I don't know. I've heard rumors that now people are saying that his contract was originally set to expire in February. And I don't mean he's going to sign an extension or something.
By the way, Raw's going to be in Atlanta the Monday before the Elimination Chamber, so it may actually be at the end of February, but we don't know for sure.
Okay.
Man, I don't know. They might. I mean, if it's going to be at the Royal Rumble on the 31st, and then I don't know.
You think he would want to have a homecoming in Atlanta, that way?
I thought they might do it, guys. Here's my thoughts. I think that, and I could be entirely wrong, I think you have him get his win back here at the Rumble and then set up a big match between them two, carry the feud out or bring it back for WrestleMania. And if he's going to retire, have him have another career match. They would both be 1-1 now and put the career on. Maybe have both of them put the careers on the line. AJ agrees to it, but you have to put your career up too. Elevate the stakes for a WrestleMania match, and then AJ loses there. I think that makes more sense. I think it's crazy to have AJ lose his last two matches. One, even though it was kind of a crock, he really did make Gunther tap out a week ago. But I think that's too much. I don't think it hurts Gunther if AJ beats him and sets up that. I think it would mean more personally for me if he retired at WrestleMania in a both of them career match. Marcus, what do you think?
That's it. But then will his contract be up, or do you think they'll extend it till?
See, I don't know if it's true. And you know how that. Yeah. I don't see. The rumor is he's going to retire and he's going to be done wrestling. He's not going to wrestle anymore. Even though some people think he might go TNA for a little while. A lot of people think he's going to work backstage or NXT for WWE. I don't know. That's a lot of speculation on people's part. But I hope he goes out. I hope this is not where he's going to go out at. I don't think the story is good enough. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree. And what's the pay-per-view in February? Is that
Elimination Chamber?
No, I don't see that happening either. Yeah, I'm guessing WrestleMania.
That's in Chicago, and Raw will be in Atlanta the Monday beforehand. So,
yeah,
Billy Buzz and Kelly Hayes.
Yeah, I think WrestleMania is the spot. I hope, but we'll see. Gunther, what do you think? Or Gunther?
Gunther, is he in here?
Yeah.
Hey, Gunther,
Can we get him on the screen?
I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of. Sorry, Glenn, you don't look nothing like Gunther. I'm not putting you down. But,
oh, you're good, man. I'm gonna say I do collect wins like Gunther collects careers, but
okay.
I have a hard time seeing AJ Styles going out on Saudi Arabia unless Saudi put a whole shit ton of money up for it, but a caveat to that is the simple fact that I know Raw's in Atlanta the month before Elimination Chamber at the end of February. So I really have a hard time seeing AJ go out and not have a homecoming of sorts next month in that way. So
Another thing they could do, guys, they could do the same thing. They could have AJ tap out to Gunther, and on the side where the referee can't see it, Gunther lets go, and AJ hits something and beats him. I mean, it'd be tit for tat. So that's another thing they can do. Yeah, I agree. I told my grandson Austin this, that I can't see him. Nothing against Saudi Arabia. I'm not putting Saudi Arabia down. I don't want people to think that. I just don't think that's a big enough stage. I think if you want to do that on WrestleMania, or you want to definitely do it in America. That's just my opinion. So I hope people don't take offense to that.
Not in that makeshift ass stadium.
Yeah, that is kind of
it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the other thing on Raw is, where are they going with this Adam Pearce thing? Adam Pearce coming under fire after costing the Vision their match, and he's been going at it with Paul Heyman and with Braun Breaker. I know he's going to meet with Braun Breaker next week on Monday. Going to have him in the ring. I don't know where we're going with this. Are we going to get a new general manager? Is Braun Breaker going to spear him, or is he going to get? My take is that he's going to get something out of it. That he's going to have to apologize, and Breaker's going to get something out of it. Like, to me, maybe the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. That's something I've kind of speculated on for a while, but something's going to happen on Monday. Big Glenn, what do you think? Where are we going with this?
Not even sure, because there's so many avenues that you can go down with this, and some of it involves maybe a match with Adam Pearce, and some of it doesn't. So I have a hard time putting a finger on anything with this, and that's kind of quite rare.
A lot of people are speculating that Adam Pearce is going to lose his job as general manager, and a lot of people. This is wishful thinking. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but a lot of people are saying Chris Jericho is going to come in as the new general manager. That's just one of the big rumors out there. Marcus, what's your take? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm like Glenn. I have no idea, but I do have to say I'm loving Paul Heyman. God, that guy's funny.
Yeah, I love how he's like, hey,
he's yelling down, he's kissing Adam Pearce's ass and then telling him, you better be on your best behavior. I mean, I'm dying because Paul Heyman is so good at presenting stuff but I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by this, and WWE is doing some stuff that are intriguing me right now. Like who's going to win this number one contenders match? We'll talk about that here in a minute. But they're doing some things that I'm definitely interested in. The fact that they put the belt on Drew, I like that. Where are they going with that? Where are they going with Cody? I have no idea. I mean, last year they surprised us with Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Here we're getting close to the Royal Rumble. Next week we're going to have to make picks who's going to win the Rumbles, and I have no idea on the men's or the women's side who I'm going to pick to win the Rumble. So I think they're doing a good job of keeping things interesting and not too predictable. We'll see what happens there. Before we move on to the Saturday night's main event, I did want to make a little announcement here because I've got it right in front of me, so I'm going to do it. Guys, starting next Thursday, we're going to start with a little bit different format, not anything major. You'll see it when we do it, but we are bringing on a new personality. And this dude does have a big personality. We're going to bring to GWR next Thursday for the Face or Heel show. Justin Grubb will now be a part of every Thursday night. And I'll tell you a little bit about the format. We're going to change it up a little bit. Like each week, Marcus will be our NXT guy, and me and him will discuss NXT, what we liked, what we didn't. And then Big Lynn's got AEW. Chris will be doing Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown will be Justin Grubb. And then all of us will be talking about the other subjects. So I think it'll be hopefully a better format, and everybody will enjoy it. If you have any comments about that or any ideas, let us know.
Yeah, hopefully AEW doesn't kill me. That's my
last night's show for AEW. I'll give you a little quick view on that. The wrestling was really good. There were some holes in the storylines, but that didn't make sense to me. But the wrestling, match-wise, was very strong. Very entertaining as far as the wrestling goes. Guys, let's talk a little bit. before we do Saturday night's main event, let's go ahead and do our old school. Let's do the old school match, guys. Let's do the Piper and Valentine dog collar match. This is a classic, I believe, it's from 1983 Starrcade. And we're going to let Big Glenn go first, and then Marcus will go second, and I'll finish it up. Big Glenn, what's your thoughts on this old school match?
I actually have the Starrcade DVD in my collection, but I haven't touched it in years. But man, what a match! Like Valentine and Piper going at it. Then at the end of the match, them two trading blows. Then, Valentine going for that try to go for that elbow drop and stuff. Then Piper eventually winning the match. It's just a classic 5-star classic.
I agree with that. Marcus?
Okay, well, let me do my history then. It's the best chain match I think there's ever out there.
Yeah.
People set chain matches against this match here.
Yep.
I'm not sure this was one of the first matches, but this has got to be the best match. Those guys wrestled each other all year that year, and Valentine ended up calling it the year of the ear because of the damage that happened to Piper's ear, him losing hearing in that ear. But the way they weren't holding anything back. They were
hell no, they weren't.
Chain as hard as they could. Now, if you go on there, back in July of that same year, Piper got a hold of a cable from ringside and got in there with Valentine and started doing this, put it around his neck. It was practically like sawing his head off. I mean, they had brutal shit that entire year. Then this was the end of it. This is probably one of the best dog collar matches out there. Now, what's interesting is Piper, less than 16 months later, Piper and Valentine are at WrestleMania 1.
Yep.
Piper's in the main. Valentine's the Intercontinental Champion. Now, who did he take on at WrestleMania 1? You remember?
S.C. Jones.
Valentine?
No, Bruce Beefcake.
Nope. Bruce Beefcake wrestled David Sammartino.
Yeah. Damn.
Tito Santana.
Santana?
Tito Santana took on the Assassin.
That's right. You're right. I do not remember offhand.
JYD.
Oh, shit.
Okay. That's right.
S.C. Jones lost Bundy.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Where do you think this match or these two guys rank on the greatest feuds of all time? I think it's definitely top 10, maybe top 5.
They're the top 5. I mean, they went all year beating blood, 45. I mean, if you watch YouTube, there's tons of shoot interviews with those guys. They went all year busting each other open in 45 to 1 hour.
Could you make a case that the number 1 feud of all time?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'd have to think about it. I still think Freebirds and the Von Erichs is probably the number 1 feud of all time.
Heat wise, definitely heat wise with the fans and everything. I agree, but just for the pure violence of it, I think you can make a case. I mean, I'm very partial, so it's hard because I'm such a big Piper fan, and that was such a violent match. So I'm kind of partial to it, but it definitely top 5. I agree with it.
Yeah,
I think Michaels and Taker would be probably my number 1 personally, but that I might be quite biased about that one.
See, that's too new school for me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Hogan and Andre was pretty good too, but I don't think it even beat them.
No, hell no.
Story wise, Hogan and Andre with the history of the story, I think it was really good. But again, it wasn't the violent.
See, now this was a match before pre-WrestleMania, pre-Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this was an 83. Hogan didn't come around until we're coming up on the anniversary tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I figured we was close to it.
Sorry to interrupt again, but I got a question in my head and I'll forget it if I don't ask it. Where do you think this Starrcade 83 ranks as far as one of the best shows? I think it was a very good show.
All around it was.
Yeah,
we have a guy in the comment, Jason McMahon. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know him. He's
Jason. Yeah. He does sports shows with us.
He's asking if we've seen the Iron Claw.
Yep.
Yes.
Von Erichs.
Fantastic movie. Very dark. It was a rough watch for me, but it was a very, very good show.
Yeah.
if you know the history, you know pretty much know what to expect watching that movie. You know.
And Jay, so you know this because you may not know it. That there was other
Oh, is
dark
that the guy at
stuff
the
in there.
beard? Is that the guy at the
Yes.
beard? Okay,
Yes,
I
yeah.
didn't know his name was Jay. Okay, Jason, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's your full
They-
name.
They had to take stuff out of that movie that was so dark that they had to cut because they didn't want to put it in the movie because it was too rough.
Well, that's
was
why
just
they
too-
didn't put. That's why they didn't bring up Chris, because that was just
Yeah,
too much for.
Yeah.
Just
for
too
the
much
video
death.
it was
Just
about, yeah.
too much darkness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
It's kind of like the Jurassic Park novels compared to the Jurassic Park movie, you know. So
Yeah, I don't think the Starcades get enough credit because WrestleMania came and
Yeah.
took over. Because some of the Starcades were really, really good.
yeah, those Starcades were in there. Hell yeah, I think the whole decade was pretty damn good.
Yeah,
You
80,
know-
the 80s was good no matter what you watched.
Yes,
absolutely.
It was. Oh yeah, I watched all of them NWA, man. Hey, NWA was the best. I know WCW came and take over, and I'm not cutting them down, but I think the NWA stuff was for me was better. That's
Well,
just me.
AWA even had some good ones. Now they started losing it near the end of the 80s.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
They produced some pretty good stuff there for a while too. So
Yeah. Early '80s. Yeah, I agree. Sorry to interrupt, Marcus. Go ahead.
no, that was good. I was just reading why he was putting. But yeah, that's all I had. It was fantastic. I loved it. It was good to see it again, even if it was, because the only version I could find was the Mexicans. I guess those were Spanish speakers. I'm sorry, but I knew the
Okay,
best enough that I didn't need to listen to them. I muted it. But
Yeah, it's one of my favorite matches. You guys know, I know Marcus knows this. How I talk about dog collar matches all the time.
Yeah,
I just love dog collar matches. There's been some other good ones, but this is the one. This is one of the greatest feuds of all time. The violence. That's something you didn't see a lot. You didn't see guys bleed from the ear. I don't think they planned on that, but he
No.
kept punching him in that damn ear, and he busted his eardrum.
well, no, if
Yeah.
you watch, Piper did that to himself. He got out when he flipped out on the floor, the chain kind of, and so nobody's
Yeah.
seen that. And then they just went with it. So it looked like Valentine busted his ear open, but no, Piper did that to
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
It was an accident, but he did.
Yeah, and he claimed that he claims in interviews that he had trouble with balance and stuff. He had some stuff that did affect him, during that match. Them guys are so tough, hell.
Oh yeah.
Adrenaline to carry him. We worry about that shit afterwards. Well, kind of like Mick Foley when he lost part of his ear. Well, we'll worry about that later.
Well, think about
just
Terry
save my
Funk,
ear.
though. Some of that shit they did, those guys were tough as hell.
Oh yeah, they were, man. They were real men. No doubt about it. But yeah, one of my favorite matches of all time. If you haven't checked it out, it may not be hard to find a good copy of it, but it's worth. If you've never seen it, again, this was from 1983. Roddy Piper, Greg the Hammer Valentine, dog collar match from Starcade. Check that out. If you want to see some violence, you want to see some tough, rough stuff, and see two men go at it. This is it.
That should have made it better. I thought it actually was like
Yep.
Steamboat and
it was like
it shadowed. The main event was Harley Race and Flair in the cage, but when you name the pay-per-view Flair for the gold, well, you just kind of told who was going to win that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I still think it's better than the main event. And the main event was
Yeah.
good. I still think, but I think it was better.
That stole the show. I mean, no doubt about it. That stole the show. I agree with you, Marcus.
Was that Vince trying to sign Harley Race and wasn't sure if he was going to show up, or was that Flair?
No,
Vince
it
did.
was nice.
Vince offered him a lot of money, and Harley wouldn't do it. Hardy was a pretty loyal guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wouldn't do that to NWA.
But then
He
Flair
wasn't that
turned
type
around
of
and
guy.
done it. But Flair ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Because he
Not,
wanted
in
Harley
91.
to help with him. And
Yeah.
Harley wouldn't do it, but then Flair a few years later,
Yeah.
almost
Late
a decade
91.
later, did it. So
Yeah, it was a different time then, and he was having to deal with that one idiot that was running
the Pizza Hut
WCW at
manager.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wanted to name him, wanted to cut his hair and name him Spartacus.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Remember that story? I forget.
Well,
Hurd.
Jim
Something
Hurd. Jim Hurd. There you go.
That was his
Yep.
name. Yeah.
That was
So
like
I'm
one
not.
of Pizza Hut manager.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Flair should have did what he did, but at least I do kind of comprehend why he did it.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're coming to get the title. Well, you owe me $25,000 plus interest. No, we don't. Yeah, you do because I put a deposit on it.
Yeah,
That's how the belt.
yeah.
Yep.
Jim Herb is also the same guy that came up with what the Ding Dongs are, right? You know, and the Hunchbacks.
The Ding Dongs. Yep. The Ding Dongs. Yep.
Hunchbacks that can't be pinned. Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody have the nerve to tell Ric Flair, cut your hair and we're going to call you Spartacus?
I see why Jim Cornette feels the way he does about him after all these years.
Yeah, most definitely.
We can team him up with Oz, or they can.
yeah, there were some great ones.
That was about the same time that Turner got the freaking the Turner classic movies and stuff. It had Oz, you know. So
yeah, there were some bad ones, no doubt about it. Okay, guys, let's go into Saturday night's main event. That's kind of the last thing that we got here. The show so far is only 3 matches. I assume they're going to add another match, maybe on SmackDown, maybe Friday night. I don't know. The first match, we got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, the women's tag team champions, putting the belts on the line against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Rhea Ripley and them just won this belt. I don't see them losing it. I think it'll be a good match. Big fans of Liv Morgan. I like Roxanne Perez too, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's time for Rhea and Io to lose the belts. Big Glenn, what do you think?
I don't think they're going. It was an okay match. They're not going to lose the belts. Probably not till closer to Mania.
Okay. Marcus.
No, I agree. Champs will retain. They haven't really developed the other team yet. Liv's only been back a couple weeks.
The only thing I could think of is if they did the move, if they decided to do it and say, hey, we want Rhea and Io to maybe wrestle again in the main event at WrestleMania, or one of them's going to win the Rumble or something like that, we can put the belts on Liv Morgan and Perez. That would be the only way I think they would do it.
But I don't see them doing it at the main event. I see them doing it maybe at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible.
To get it set up for Mania.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being.
Okay.
I don't see them doing it.
I see Rhea and Io being a team for quite a bit.
You might be right. Next up, guys, we got Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. I don't know what to think about this match. I'm really looking forward to it. I have no idea. I don't think you really want Jacob to lose. You really don't want Cody Rhodes to lose. I mean, I think you can have either one of them lose. I think if anybody's going to lose, it almost has to be Cody. But I think it'd have to be some shenanigans. Something happens. I don't know that you want Cody to beat Jacob right now. And I think it's not going to hurt Cody to lose, in my opinion. Might just help build his story more of trying to come back from everything. Marcus, what do you think?
Oh, I think it's going to be like Oba and Cody. It'll be a double count out or a no contest. There's going to be enough interference that they're going to just throw it out. So neither one has a pinfall on the other one.
Okay.
And are they going to play the whoever comes out's music like they always do?
No, they'll have a whole herd of people out there.
I would say if anybody interferes, it could be Drew. It could be
That's
a
what I was
possibility.
thinking, Drew, because he's the one that has beef with both of them. So.
Both of them. So, yeah, we could see something there. There are rumors around for WrestleMania, one of the matches from WrestleMania. Could be Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre in a triple threat for the belt. That is a rumor out there. We'll see. The other match, guys, it's the 4-way match featuring for the number 1 contendership for Drew's championship, and that will be defended at the Royal Rumble. It's Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, or Sami Zayn. Guys, there's different directions. I think one guy, there's no way. I don't think it's Trick's time yet. He's too new. He's too soon on SmackDown. I could make an argument for Damian Priest because they've got a past history. Damian took the belt off of Drew at WrestleMania a couple years ago with that Money in the Bank thing. So there's some history there, and Drew could get his revenge. Sami Zayn and Drew has a lot of history. Sami Zayn's a big favorite over in Saudi Arabia, so they could want him to win and take on Drew there. Randy Orton Randy Orton's is a mainstay and is a big match no matter who he wrestles, and there's some history there with him and Drew. I'm having a tough time deciding. There's rumors. Some people think Sami Zayn's going to win the Royal Rumble. Well, if Sami's going to win the Rumble, then Sami's not going to wrestle Drew that night, I don't think. So I'm going with Sami's going to win the match. I think Sami's not going to win the Rumble. I don't know who's going to win the Rumble, but I'm going with Sami is going to win this match and take on Drew at Royal Rumble. Marcus, what do you think?
Well, it's either going to be Sami or Orton, but since Sami is the native to over there, they're probably going to try to keep him on that board. So,
yeah, I think either one of them works. But
Sami and Drew, that's what I see.
Yeah, Big Glenn, what do you think?
Give me El the fucking Generico, baby. Let's go.
You want some Sami Zayn? Okay.
Yep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of missed the El Generico character from Ring of Honor, man. Him and Kevin Owens, Kevin Steens.
Kevin Steen.
Oh, God dang.
Yeah,
A lot of wars and all kinds of shit.
Well, guys, that's all I have for tonight. Don't forget, everybody, come back and see us next Thursday. A little bit different format and a new guy joining the show. He's been on some of our shows before, Justin Grubb. He's a
Mr. Notre Dame.
So, yeah, Mr. Notre Dame. I'll try not to hold that against him. But we'll be having him on. It'll be his first show on Face or Heel. So I think that's going to be fun. And, guys, I think, as far as I know, like Marcus said, I think all the shows here in Indiana have been canceled. We don't know about the one, I think, scheduled for Fortville.
Yeah, but I bet they'll be.
I would assume, I'd be surprised if it's not going to be canceled.
As far as Warrior Pro, they will. If you bought tickets for Sunday, they will be valid for the show next month. So
yeah, and I would say probably the same deal with WCWO, their show in Frankfurt, because they've already rescheduled that show for.
Yeah, but if I understood Joey, they didn't sell any pre-sale.
Okay.
So everybody's still
good. That's took care of. So yeah, guys. Hey, Monday night.
Don't forget the new old school match.
Oh yeah, me and Marcus already talked about that. Marcus, I'm having a brain fart. Tell us what it is.
You don't remember what it was?
It's a Steamboat.
Marcus, I'm old.
No, it's going to be Piper and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8.
Oh shit! I got that poster to the back of the here. You got.
And I just watched it like 2 days ago when I was skating through stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, Piper.
Shit.
They got excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Piper and Hart from WrestleMania 8. That was from Indy, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Hoosier Dome.
Yes.
Yeah,
not the RCA Dome.
Yeah, not the RCA Dome. The Hoosier Dome.
No longer there. So.
Yeah.
Some would argue that might have been the best match on the show.
That WrestleMania was kind of lackluster if you really want to get down to it.
Did
we ever see the pit up of Elizabeth? They hyped the shit out of that, and they never showed no pit up of Elizabeth.
Hell no.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, I would think that was the highlight because the main event was because it should have been Flair and Hogan. That was what they were supposed to have.
Yep.
Did justice. I never cared for him anyway, and Savage was already kind of done.
Yeah.
Before he revamped himself. So
wasn't this the one that Hogan or not Hogan, but Sid shit his pants or something during the run-in?
Who knows? I know Warrior showed back up and
yeah. That's gonna be a good one for next week for our old school match, and we'll be talking again, guys. Don't forget to watch the Saturday night's main events on this Saturday on Peacock. I don't know if the show's at 7 or 8 because I haven't looked. Normally it's 8, but I know UFC's got a big show, so I don't know. And I think UFC might be at 9, so they might have it earlier. So check your listings, see what time that show is. It's either going to be at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. We'll be definitely talking about that.
And if you check out our show on Monday, we will have former Ring of Honor champion Michael Elgin in the house for our rapid fire. So and veteran Dick the Bruiser era wrestler TJ Powers will be joining us as our guest host as well. So
also had wrestled in WCW before.
Yep.
TJ Powers had. And Michael Elgin wrestled all over the world. Won the championships, I believe, in Japan too. So
number 12 PWI 500.
Did
Yep.
TJ have a WCW card of him as well?
I don't know
You know,
if he did not. He might have.
He
'Cause
might have.
I thought I saw one of them, or maybe I'm thinking him being on WCW Worldwide or some shit. So
Well, it was worldwide because him and Dice Man and Diamond Dan were all
yeah,
jobbers on worldwide, the Saturday show,
Yep.
WCW Saturday night or whatever it was.
Yeah. Definitely check out our Monday show on at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be a really good one. Also, next Thursday thing we'll be talking about, we'll be hyping up the Royal Rumble and giving our picks for that. So you guys be thinking about that. I have no idea who the hell's going to win the Royal Rumble. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be an afternoon show.
Isn't it funny that last year, or I guess it is last year now, it was in Indianapolis. Who would ever thought that the next year it was going to be overseas?
I
Yeah.
kind of wish it wasn't overseas because that's kind of leaning into the having everything in Vegas and whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Well, it bothers a lot of people. It don't bother me. I mean, because
Yeah.
let's face it, guys, WWE is a global product. It's not.
Absolutely.
It's a global phenomenon now. They're doing more people's watching overseas than's watching in America now.
And was
Yep.
it the greatest Royal Rumble? That was overseas, right? With
Yeah.
That was
Wasn't that 50-man Rumble?
40 or 50?
It was
I
50.
think I was
The
Okay.
greatest
Okay.
Royal Rumble was 50.
Yep. Okay.
They was having
Right
like
up in the
sumo
elbows.
guy. They had sumo guys and all kinds of people you never heard of before.
Yeah,
show up on
Titus
this
O'Neil would fly it up under the ring. I would have
Yeah.
just kept going and popped out the other side. I would have backed out of that. But
Hey, you know who the longest champion in WWE history is? Technically, Braun Strowman that green belt.
Yep. Well, guys, we appreciate everybody watching. You guys got anything before we get out of here?
I do not.
I think it's covered.
Okay, guys. Like I said, tune in to all our shows. We got a bunch of sports shows. Hey, we got a sports show coming on at 10 o'clock tonight. Thursday Night Blitz. We'll be talking a bunch of good football talks. And we'll talk maybe a little college, maybe hype up a little IU a little bit. Who knows? We'll definitely talk some NFL playoffs and be talking some other stuff. So definitely check us out for that at 10 p.m. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, we got our afternoon sports show, hyping up the playoffs and NFL and all that stuff. So, hey, we appreciate everybody watching. Hey, stay safe this weekend. Stay warm. And hopefully,
Yeah, don't be a dumbass.
yeah. Hopefully the ice misses us, stay south of us because we don't want our power to go out and stuff. But we're still gonna have high winds, so stay safe. If you have to travel, make sure you got a lot of warm stuff. But if I'm you, be like me and Mark and stay in the house and make you some chili or eat something and watch some Saturday Night's Main Event and have a good time.
Yep. We ain't going nowhere. We done decided.
Yep. So everybody have a great night, and we'll see everybody next week.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass